Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you guys, as always, is having a sensational day. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. So I decided to do a little tarot today. I'm going to be working with, I just got this deck and this is the first time I'm going to be using it in a reading, and I'm so excited. It is the Moonlight Dream. Hold on. Yeah. The Moonlight Dream Tarot, and the cards are so beautiful. Oh my God, so beautiful. The messages that they have with them are beautiful, but I'm going to try to give you what I'm interpreting from them. So we are also going to be working with this rock and roll or rock tarot deck as well. Not tarot. It's rock and roll oracle or rock oracle, I think is what it is. As well as possibly messages of love. So I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. I'm debating on whether or not to let the windows down. I know it's a little loud in the background. If it gets too loud, I'll go ahead and pause the video and let it down. But let's go ahead and get started. Did I say for those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. I'm not sure if I did or didn't. Hello. I want to say I'm always thankful and grateful that you guys show up or tune in or like or whatever on the videos. So just let you know ahead of time, you guys are very much appreciated. All right, so let me go ahead and start with the first set of cards here. You have, these cards are so beautiful. You've got the Eight of Swords here, but you have it in the reverse. Let me see if you guys can scooch in on that a little bit. You've got the Eight of Swords for the basis of this reading, but you have it in the reverse. Okay. In the upright with this, the messages with this deck, with this card, is that you may have been in a situation too long, or studying, worrying about a situation too long. Okay. And so much so to the point to where, like, if you look on the card here, you see the person like sinking in. They've been standing there so long in this image that they are starting to sink into where it is. So, but the good news is, like I said, you guys got it in the reverse. Okay, so there is a situation that you have been worried about, thinking about, studying for a long time. Okay. And it is definitely tied to the past with the Six of Chalices here. Okay. So the good news here is that whatever this is, the Six of Chalices is normally, let me show you guys that again. How beautiful is this? Okay, if you look on the card here, you see the people, they're, releasing, they're letting things go into the light. They're, on this beautiful moonlit night and the stars, and it's just gorgeous. And so here's this woman, and she's got her little child with her, and they are releasing things into the night. Okay, so you are at this time letting go. That is so beautiful, so beautiful. You're letting go of a situation. You've studied long. You thought long and hard about it. And I feel like you've definitely made up your mind about something. Okay, so much so that you are releasing it. Now, for some of you, this could be you releasing something from the past, letting go of something from the past. Your mind is made up. This the Eight of Swords is in the reverse. Your mind's made up. You're no longer going to... Sorry, you guys, I probably am going to have to let the window down. But you've studied about this. You've thought about it a long time, and it could be tied to the past. Okay, or it could just be flat out, there's something you gave some thought to, and you said, you know what, I'm just going to let that go. I'm going to let go and let God deal with whatever the situation is for you. Okay, you have the Knight of Wands here, but the Knight of Wands showed up in the reverse. So for some of you, it could be a situation where you have made your mind up to let go of a fire sign person, but I'm feeling more the energy. When I look at the three of these cards together, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, which is just beautiful, along with the Two of Pentacles that also came up in the reverse. I'm definitely going to have to let the windows down, you guys. I'm so sorry. How pretty is that? Isn't that beautiful? You know, you've got that infinity sign there. There's this young lady. She's on the beach, and, the message and the overall message in this card is that, you recognize that there's on the upright, it represents, infinite possibilities as to where you want to go, what you want to do. But like I said, you guys got that in the reverse. So with the Six of Chalices, with the Knight of Wands, along with the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, you're letting go of some... The image and the vibe that I got, and I'm going to tell you why, because I decided to draw when I wanted to expand on that particular set of cards here, is that you've made up your mind. Okay, I feel like you may be in a situation where you are not you're not being seen. Either you're not being seen, or you're just not happy. Okay, maybe it's a situation where others, you're seen a certain way or viewed a certain way with in the past. Okay, and maybe that is because you may have behaved in the upright, that's taking the role and taking chances and taking risks. In the reverse, maybe you didn't make the best choices. Okay, and others, as a result, things got a little out of whack. Okay, but like I said, that was the past. So I feel like this is a situation where others see you a certain way. Okay, maybe you are tired of seeing yourself. If it is not other people who see you a certain way, it is you. And you said, you know what, I'm tired of being viewed as this or the other thing, and I'm making some changes. Okay, you made up your mind. And the only reason I say that is because I decided to draw from the rock and roll deck. I was like, you know what, let me see what card I would get. But, what's the significance? And you got Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. And I love that. I love it. It says simplicity, authenticity. Okay, societal pressures, your authentic self. With authenticity in your authentic self, and seeking simplicity, that type of thing, finding your roots. I think that you are in a situation where maybe where you're at, you're not being viewed. If it's not you yourself seeing yourself a certain way, and you said, you know what, I'm tired of it, I'm making changes. The basis of this reading is that you have decided to just be you. Okay, maybe in the past you behaved as others expected you to believe. You did what others expected you to do. Maybe you live in a small town, and in the small town, everybody does things a certain way, and you were never that person. Okay. There was something else I was thinking about that as well. If it's not like a small town situation, maybe it's just wherever, you're being seen. If those of you, maybe you're in school or whatever, and people see you a certain way, or you've presented in a certain way, and you're like, you know what, I'm done being what others want me to be. I'm done meeting everyone else's, trying to meet everyone else's expectations. I'm going to meet my expectations. I'm going to stand in my authenticity. I'm going to believe as I want to believe. I'm going to do as I want to do. So you made up your mind. No more. You're not in your head about, well, maybe, I should do as everybody else. It's always been done this way, and everybody says this is the right way, and the one, you know what I mean? And but it does not resonate with your soul, your spirit, and so you're making a decision to make a move. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pause this real quick so I can close the windows. I'm sorry, you guys. Hold on just a sec. Okay, I'm back. Bottom line, you guys. Bottom line. The overall message with the basis of this is the desire to be you. To maybe if it's a desire to be yourself or be loved for being who you are, or this is you yourself saying, you know what, I'm going to show up in the world as my most authentic self. I've made up my mind. This is what we're doing. Okay? And you are. With Goodbye Yellow Brick Road, hey, you're ready to show up. I love it. You're like, screw it. Maybe with societal pressure here, there was a need for others. Others had put an expectation on you. They expected you to live a certain way, be a certain way, do as we do, and you're just not that person. So you made up your mind. Okay, 8 of Swords in the reverse, you're done. Okay, love it. So let's go on with the next card here. Now, with these, you have the 4 of Swords. Beautiful. I love it. Look at how this young lady is sitting here, in a peaceful, meditative state. So the orb that surrounds her is protection. It's her putting up her boundaries and things like that. But unfortunately, you guys, you had it in the reverse. Fortunately or unfortunately. Okay, so I was like, okay, what's the significance? We've got the 3. Oh my God, you guys. You have the 3 of Chalices here. Very pretty card, by the way. Isn't that beautiful? Along with the 10 of Pentacles. Gorgeousness in the upright. The 10 of Pentacles. Gorgeousness, stability, beautiful family life, abundance, the whole 9. Right? And you had the 10 of Chalices. Emotional stability. Emotionally, in a loving situation, stability emotionally, and then you had financially, but unfortunately both cards showed up in the reverse. Both 10s showed up in the reverse. And I was like, okay, here we go. You know what? And for me, as much as I hate to say, and I could be completely wrong, this is just the vibe that I get. I'm sorry, you guys. When I see the 3 of Chalices, and it's the only reason, if these were in the upright, I would say, you know what, you are in a space, you are celebrating very beautiful time. This is a very beautiful time in your life, a time for celebration, abundance, rewards, the whole 9. But the 2 were in the reverse, okay? And sadly, when I see that with the 3 of Chalices, unfortunately, the only thing that it leads me to is third-party issues. It doesn't, and let me say this, it doesn't necessarily have to be a third party. It could be you at war or in a disagreement, not at war, maybe I shouldn't, that's kind of extreme. Let's say you guys, you may be in a period right now of where you're in a disagreement with your family. Okay, your family life is in flux. You are being challenged by people in your family. Okay, people are trying to infringe on your boundaries. You got things put up. You are very sure of yourself. You knew what you want to do. But in this here, you've got people who are trying to. And the overall message with this card here, when it's in the reverse, is that there is a need for you to keep your boundaries up, or maybe you feel that you need to keep your boundaries up with someone, it could be a group of people because there's three here. It could be, family members. Both cards, the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Swords, indicates family. Emotional stability, financial stability with family. So you may be at odds with some family members, or it could be romantic. Take it as it resonates. Okay. But the overall message there is to keep, or you feel that you need to keep your boundaries in place. Do not let anyone infringe on your boundaries. Okay, you've got something set in place. You have a way. Again, with seeing you in this first row here, you move differently. You vibe. You've got a different vibe, and the others in your family don't understand it. They don't agree with it. It could be family, friends. If you've changed, if you've awakened you had a spiritual awakening, and now all of a sudden everybody's like, who are you? Like, why are you acting this way? Why are you doing this? Blah, 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 da, da, da. So the emphasis here is definitely with standing in your authenticity and not letting anyone cross your boundaries. Okay. Now, real quick, I decided I was going to pull a messages of love card just in case. Let's see if it is third party, but I will go ahead and do rock as well, because now I'm curious, because like I said, you could just be at odds with a family member. It doesn't even have to be romantically related. Most people associate the Three of Cups with either celebrations or a third party, romantic situation, but we'll see. Give me one card for the messages of love. And let's see. No. Oh, look at it. You got the card of intuition. You already know the answer you seek, right? See? Trust that you guys getting this card here, it's like Spirit wants to say, you know what, trust what you feel. So take it how it resonates for you. For some of you, it is a situation where you are at odds with family. For others of you, you may be at odds in a romantic situation. But having the card of intuition here, you already know the answer you seek. So I don't need to say too much more as far as if that related to love. Spirit is like, no, you already know what time it is. So I will leave that there. All right. And just say, everybody out there is different. You guys know. Take it how whatever comes up in your energy and your intuition and your spirit. Oh my God, that's my family. I am fighting with my family right now. I am believing a certain way, and they want to they don't like it, and they're trying to make it hard for me. And should I continue in this? Should I give in with that Eight of Swords? You had the stand there. Do I give in? Do I listen to what they say, or do I stand up for myself and seeing authenticity, right? Not giving in to societal pressure. I'm going to be who I am. And if it relates with family, that's fine. Maybe someone, if it was love, someone doesn't understand your need to change. You're a different person, okay? And then that caused some conflict, all right? So take it as it resonates. Everybody's different. I will leave that there. I think that's perfect. The universe said, let everybody decide who they are. And I said, okay, let's go. Okay, now what's going for you? You have the Ten of Wands. Once again, absolutely beautiful, beautiful card, just gorgeous. And with this card, what I love here, there's this starlit road, okay? When I read the meaning for this, you've got the mountains in the background, and that indicates overcoming any challenges, okay? Now, with the starlit road there, the indication was that you are letting go of um, struggles, troubles, uh, you know, any hardships. Okay, I love it. You know, the overall energy so far is that you are standing up for you. You are walking your path. Look at this man. You got that starlit road, and in this deck, that indicates moving on to better situations. Expect. It's not even, I hope I do, I hope things change. It's no. The universe wants you to know. Just expect it. The road ahead is going to be so much better for you. So much better. It's lit up. The path is lit up. Opportunities are on the way. Okay, with that 10 of Wands there, you've been through enough. All right. The struggle has been real for you, but with the mountains there, that indicates challenges, overcoming challenges. You will overcome any kind of challenges or difficulties that you may be experiencing at this time. It's never easy standing up for who you are. It's never easy. Okay. You know, we live in a world where everybody's supposed to walk the same, talk the same, act the same, be the same, and you're just not that person. Okay. So, and that's a good thing. You know, the universe wants you to know you've had to deal with a lot, whether it's with family, whether it's with coworkers, whether it's with friends, whether it's with, you know, a loved one, whatever. But the way is clear. You're right there. You're right there, literally at the precipice. You're on your way. Okay. So that's what's going for you. I love it. And the lighthouse up there at the top, what did they say that was? Stability and all good things. Okay. And I love it. So I said, okay, well, what's the significance? With that 10 of Wands, look at what you got. You got the seven of Pentacles. Look how beautiful this energy is on this card. This is an energy of nurturing. Okay. For some of you, if this is not, the wands indicate career, and then you to have the pentacles follow it up. You know, if you have been struggling to get ahead at work, if you're struggling to make a way for yourself, it's been tough. The road has been long. It's been, there's been challenges, but you have met and will meet the challenges. With this card here, the Seven of Pentacles, it's that indication of nurturing. You see the lady there pouring, love and energy and taking care of a dream, taking care of a goal, taking care of a project. Okay, nurturing it, taking care of it so that it can come to completion. So it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. You had that Seven of Wands, the little, what do they call these? What do they call those things? The greenhouse. The greenhouse in the background indicates that stability, protection. The universe wants you to know whatever you are doing or whatever you want to pursue, those of you who are, if you've got something going on for yourself, you're trying to create something for yourself, or you're trying to move up in a job, whether you've started something for yourself or whether you are, trying to make a difference or move up in the world, in your company, wherever you work, all indications is that is for you to keep going. Okay. You had the Nine of Pentacles behind that. Okay. And unfortunately, my darlings, you had it in the reverse, but it's all good. It's all good. All right. The Nine of Pentacles along with the Knight of Swords. How gorgeous is this card? Okay. Unfortunately, again, these last two cards are in the reverse. So what does that tell us? Okay, well, again, like I said, you've got the challenges here. There's the mountains. You have had to overcome many things. And yes, nothing is ever just super easy, but with that there, the Seven of Pentacles along with the two cards here, the Knight of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse, these both indicate that while it hasn't Things don't always happen as fast as we would like for them to. Does that mean it's never going to happen? No. It's like, despite that, has things been, you know, slow in coming? Yes, it is. It's all good. You know, they always say nothing worth having is gonna, you know, if you nothing worth having um, is gonna come like easy or quickly. You know how they say fast money ain't good money. Okay, same thing here. You know, whatever you're doing, it might take some time. Is it taking a little longer than you would like? Yes, it is. Okay, are you seeing the fruits of your labors yet? No, not yet. Not yet. However, the Seven of Swords here, the Seven of Pentacles here, is that indication that you all just keep going, keep nurturing, keep feeding whatever your desires are, whatever your goals are, your financial goals, okay? You got a lot going on here. I love this. You know, it is all about evolution. So far, everything I see here is all about evolution, all right? Making that conscious decision to stand up, say, I'm going to be who I am, no matter what anybody else says. You know, are you being met with a little pushback? Yeah, you know, but that's okay. You know, the universe says stand your ground, okay? Lovingly. You don't have to. The Four of Swords is not necessarily, you know, wild or, you know, violent or, you know, aggressive. It's lovingly standing up for yourself, lovingly putting boundaries up. I love you guys, but I got to do this. I love you guys, but this is what I'm doing. I love you guys, but this is who I am. I'm not you. Okay. And the same thing for work. If you guys, those of you who have any projects started, things that you might be working on, the universe says don't give up. The way is clear. You've been through a lot so far. Yes, you have. But just keep nurturing, keep going, keep feeding into whatever it is you've got going on. Okay, you will see the abundance. It's right there. It's right there. She's out there in the middle of the night, still taking care of, nurturing, giving love to something she's doing. Okay, so the message here is don't give up. All right, you guys are right there, and then that's in what's going for you. Okay, I want to see. Can you guys give me a card in this rock deck? Give me a card that would go with that. What other messages would you have for that? Can you guys give me a card, please? Or do you want me to just draw? Draw, Chiquita, draw. Okay, oops, nope, that's too many. We're not doing it. We just need one, so I will draw one. Interesting. And that's cool. That's cool. I like it. You guys got Love Me Tender, Elvis Presley, Love Me Tender, Falling in Love, and Adoration. What's the message for this? How is that applied? Quite easily, very simply. Fall in love with what you do again. It's time to fall in love. Whatever you love about it. You know, so the message and the feeling that I'm getting is that maybe you've started something not working like you thought it would, but the universe says keep feeding into it. Don't give up, you guys. Do not give up on any projects you got going on. With Love Me Tender here, falling in love. Fall in love, okay? Whatever it was that you loved about what you did, fall back in love with that, you know. Any ideas that you have had in the past, and I would like to do that, and it would be great, but, you know, it was too much or it was too hard. Anything worth having is worth, you know, putting that energy into. So if you felt like, oh, that's never going to go anywhere, the universe said, fall in love with what you used to do. Okay, get back into it. Whatever you like, whatever you liked about what you did or what you are doing at this time. Was it hard with the 10 of Wands there? Yes, it is hard. But keep going, keep nurturing with that Seven of Pentacles. Keep nurturing what you're doing. Fall in love with it. If you're starting to feel like, oh, I'm done, this is too much, and I put too much time in it, I put too much energy into it, the universe says, nope, fall in love with it again. Keep going, keep nurturing, keep feeding, keep protecting whatever it is you wanted to do, because it's what's going for you. And I feel like whatever it is going to pay off. Okay. All right, let's go. What's the next deck? Our next set of cards. This is a challenge. Woo! And I tripped when I saw this. I tripped off of this. Why would this be in the challenge? Look at, you have the Six of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at these people. You see these hands. I don't know if you guys can see those hands. You got people cheering you on, and on the side, and they're in the shadows, yay, we love you, but we're in the shadows. I love that. So you have that Six of Swords, victory, right? But you also have behind that, what was the significance? What's the challenge? Well, you got the Tower. And I love this card here. All of the meanings on this card, truths coming out. There's a crown. I don't know if you guys can see the crown at the tip of this tower. There's a crown over to the side. Okay, that's an indication of your ego, letting go of your ego, an ego death. Those type of things. This is also that indication of truths coming out, finding things out, things coming to light. What was the other one? Yeah, that's it. With the lightning, truths coming to light, ego deaths. Letting go. You may have believed something about a situation, and there's about to be a truth that's going to be revealed, or a situation, something's about to come to light. Okay. The other card here, you had the Two of Chalices. Unfortunately, you guys had that Two of Chalices in the reverse. Oh my goodness. Along with the Magician. But you had that in the reverse as well. The Magician in the reverse is manipulation. Okay. So the overall energy that I got with the challenge. Okay. For some of you guys, there's an opportunity. Was, it's in the upright, so I guess I could say is, but there's an opportunity for there's an opportunity for a situation to be fixed, to be healed. Okay, but with that in the upright, there's a need. There's a lot of things here. Like I said, this is, truths coming to light, and egos, falling away of egos, and believing a certain way about a situation. And so there's something that you guys may not have all the information on as it relates to a relationship. The Two of Wands, that Two of Chalices in the reverse. You're about to find out, or there is a chance, there is a potential to find out a truth of something. There's a potential for there to be a success in a relationship, I guess, is I don't know how else to say it with the two. Something's going to be revealed. Okay, where there was not, something was being held back in a relationship. There's about to be some truths that are going to come out. Okay, there was manipulation in this relationship. Okay, someone there's going to be some kind of truth that comes out. Some kind of truth, an epiphany of something. Okay? Or there is a opportunity to have success in a relationship, but it's going to take people letting go, someone letting go, getting rid of put your ego behind, drop the ego, drop a belief about a situation, letting go. There's going to be a lot that's going to happen. It's going to be beneficial with that Six of Wands. It's going to be beneficial. There's a truth that will come out, and it will help you. Okay, something's going to be revealed in a relationship where there was something that was being held back in a relationship, and then seeing that Magician. So it could be someone who is a Virgo, or an Earth sign energy. The Magician is Virgo, if I'm not mistaken. So the person may be Virgo or Earth energy, but if they are not a Virgo, they could be. Some of you guys know someone who's a Virgo, and you're about to find out some truth, some kind of truths. This is amazing. You got a lot going on here. A lot going on here in relation to work, in relation to romance, or some kind of personal issue, and standing up for yourself, and I think because you did all of this, because you are changing, growing, evolving, doing something, there's an opportunity for a victory in a relationship. But in order for that to happen, the manipulation, all of that, the using, has to end. There's going to be some kind of truth. Someone's going to find out. I don't know how better to say that. There's a situation that can be healed. There's an opportunity for success in a relationship. Okay? But in order for that to happen, there's going to have to be some truths. There's going to have to be a letting go. There is going to be some kind of something, a confrontation, a letting go of the ego. In order to have this success, in order for this to turn up like this, there's going to have to be some letting go of egos, of the whole nine. No more manipulating. It's you want this to be a success. If it is you, collective, then there's going to have to be a letting go of the ego. Maybe you love somebody and you want to be with this person, but in order for you to be with them, you're going to have to get out of your ego, number one. Okay. If you have been lying, it's truth-telling time with the Tower here. It's time to tell the truth. Okay. No more manipulating. So if it is you who is doing that, the universe says if you want to have success in a relationship, you've got to let those things go. Okay. Do we want to do the love on this one? Because it definitely feels relationship related to me. And they do have relationship cards here. Maybe you want to do both. Let's do both. Let's do both. Let's see what we get here. We do both. But there's something, and it's a challenge. So that's the issue. There could be a successful conclusion to something, but the challenge is nobody wants to get out of their ego. There's an opportunity for these two people to come together, you and another person to come together. But in order to do that, everybody's got to drop their egos. Truths are going to have to be said, and no more manipulating, no more trickery. Essentially, no more trickery. Okay, you guys want to give me a message of love? Do you want to give it to me, or do I draw? Give it to me, or do I draw? We're going to draw. Okay, what is it? Wow, right? Look what you got. Mastery. So maybe the victory is that you got out of that. Okay? There was a truth that was revealed to you, and you got out of this. Okay, you knew, there was a truth. Okay, it said you've learned the spiritual lesson. So you found out the truth about a relationship, and in which case that's a victory for you. You found out the truth. Someone was manipulating you. Someone was using you, and you found out. Okay, Spirit wants you to know, congratulations, you have achieved mastery. You have learned the spiritual lesson that was involved in that situation. So that's fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Look what's on the bottom, integrity. You guys know I love that word, integrity. I love it. Does this situation align with your values and morals? And I feel you called the question. You called that into question. Did this relationship align with who you are becoming, who you are, did it serve your highest good? Now, you guys want me to draw, should I draw a rock card? Let's see. Let's do it. Give me a rock card. We'll do both because I love that. But I didn't do it for the others. Maybe I shouldn't. I'll draw one. If it's worthy of it, it goes in. If not, we keep it moving. Okay? Let's go. I will draw. Carry on, my wayward son. Carry on. Oh my gosh. Finding your path. Living the good life. I love it. Seeking spirituality. Yes, 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 yes. I love it. Maintaining your values. Look. Carry on, my wayward son. Look at it. Spirit even said it. Listen, you've mastered whatever this was. The victory is yours. There was a relationship where someone was being, where there was manipulation and trickery and the whole nine, and the tower fell on that. Okay, you've mastered the lesson, and then you got carry on, my wayward son. Even Spirit is saying, well done, well done. Okay. Now, your outcome cards. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Look at what you got. Oh, and you're going to love this. How beautiful is this card? You got the world as your outcome card. Your story is a story of evolution. Your story is a story of growth. Your story is a story of determination, focus, drive with your career and trying to keep going, tapping in with your using, with spirituality maybe. Okay, the card here is saying, trusting your intuition and putting up boundaries and victory, mastering lessons. Having the world card is a beautiful, beautiful card. Look at that. Look at that. Just gorgeous. All right, what's the significance of the world card? You have the 8 of Wands. Very pretty. You had it in the reverse. The 8 of Wands. Yay. Oh, you've got the 6 of Swords. But you had that in the reverse as well. And you've got the Queen of Chalices. Very beautiful. So beautiful. I love the energies with this card. They had the dolphin in the back indicating emotional communication. The cup she was holding is, emotional control, emotional mastery, right? I love it. And unfortunately, that came in reverse, but it's all good. The world card says, congratulations, you have grown. You have mastered. You've mastered everything. You've learned everything you needed to learn. You are coming out in this whole energy on top. Okay? Um, with the Eight of Swords in the beginning, or it's one of the first cards here, it's like, yeah, it took a minute. It took a minute. Okay, but that's life, right? You're never going to find everything. It would be so great. I always say this. It would be so great if life was like a sitcom, and everything, we would have a problem and it would get solved in a half an hour or an hour. But everything is what it is. Sometimes things take a minute, and that's okay. Okay? It took a minute for you to learn the lesson, but you did. Six of Swords, learning the lesson, moving on. It took a minute for all of that to happen. Okay? The overall, I will say this, the last card with the Queen of Chalices here is more like, I feel it's advice from Spirit. Okay, if we could say anything else, yeah, it took a minute for you to learn these things, okay, but going forward, or the advice going forward, if they can give you any advice at all, is to kind of, maybe focus on mastering your emotions. Don't let your emotions get the better of you, that type of thing. Let's see. Yeah. So it's like you're coming full circle on everything. You got the victory here in the challenge. It was hard for you to get that victory. It was a hard fought victory, but you got it. Okay, the World card, you've learned a lot of lessons. Learn to stand up for yourself. Learn to accept you. Learn to trust your intuition. Put up boundaries, those type things. Nurturing your goals, your dreams, your ideas. Don't lose focus on that. And mastering lessons in love. You've come full circle. Okay, so yeah, it might took a minute for it to happen, but it did happen. That's the good news. So yay. Now, here's the thing. Yeah, I'm going to do a rock card. Let's do a rock card. What's on the bottom? Oh, that's right. You know what? And I love it. I wanted to finish with this. I said, we are not going to shuffle this deck. On the bottom of the deck, look what you got. The Eight of Chalices. And when I saw that, the first thing that came to mind is pack your bags. Ladies and gentlemen, pack your bags. Okay, you are moving on. You are moving on. You are elevating to a whole nother level with Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. Oh yes, goodbye, 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 goodbye to the past. Goodbye to trying to meet others' expectations. Goodbye to all of that. You packed your bags and it's time to move on. The universe is like, pack your bags, ladies and gentlemen. You're moving on to a better situation. Look at this. Moving on. They're moving up the mountain. I love that. Challenges that have been met. What did they say? They had a message with that. I'll probably pull out the book and read it to you. But it's really beautiful. And I was like, oh my God, I love it. But yeah, you guys, pack your bags. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. You are moving on to bigger and better things. So congratulations. Okay. I'm going to draw one card from the rock. Let's go. What do we get? I love it. You got every rose poison. Every rose has its thorns. Nothing is perfect. This is a card that speaks of self-forgiveness. It also taking the good with the bad. I love that. I love that. Okay. And it also, one of the meanings is accepting weakness. And I love that. Leaving that for your final message. You don't have to be strong all the time. It's okay. And then I see flaws and imperfections. The final message, you come full circle. You've learned a lot of lessons. If they could add anything else in there, it would be like, you know what, that's okay. Just let go of perfectionism. Nothing is perfect, all right? I love it. Extend the same grace that you would give to someone else to yourself. I'm so loving that. And accepting that you don't have to be strong all the time, you know? And that energy of, you know what, just, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to be loved, okay? So that's fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I love the reading on the whole. Evolution, growth, change, standing up for yourself, setting boundaries, mastery, I love it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and leave that there. I hope you guys enjoyed the message. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Nothing would make me happier than let you guys know that this is a very beautiful reading for you guys. There's a lot here to digest. I love it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Thank you for tuning in. All right. You guys have a lovely evening, afternoon, evening, and I will see you next time on the next video. Am I going to do one more? Maybe. We shall see. Tune in and see. Look, tune in and see. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go. You guys have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.